Okay, good morning. My name is David Scott. Welcome to Gradel Quadrangles. I'm the project director for McAlpine, and I'm going to take you a tour of this fantastic building that we're building for New College, Oxford. We'll start from the top down, so we'll go and have a look at the glulam roof and its detail its sustainability features, and then we'll work through the fantastic facilities that we're constructing for the college. Do a bit on the stone. So here we have the beautiful Ancaster limestone. This is sourced in the UK, up in Doncaster. It is a diamond bond Ancaster limestone, so it's cut with a CNC saw, and it's curved in both axes. So absolutely fantastic quality stonework. We also have the red Cumbrian sandstone. Again, a really beautiful feature of the building is the sawtooth and the striking drain pipe downsets, which we can show you a little bit further on. So if we move around the building, we'll go up to the roof.
Dave,
Yeah.
could you mention something about the
The
fireproof?
Yeah. Okay. Here we have the side rise fire stopping. So a really crucial part of the building is to make sure that we're compliant with the fire strategy, particularly after Grenfell. So there's particular care and attention to detail in terms of the vertical and horizontal fire stopping that we provide in the building, making sure that we've got sufficient compression and attachment to the building. So here you see all the framework structure that pins and supports the stone, and when we get to another area we'll be able to show you how the stone is supported with the helping hands, which is done at a level by level basis.
So what is this?
So this is side rise product. It's a compressible fire stop material.
I mean, you know that little label here?
Oh, the label.
Yes.
So with fire stopping, the fire stopping needs to be installed by a certified installer. The certification of that fire stop is demonstrated by the label. So the label tells us when it's been installed, who it's been installed by, and then it's recorded on a system that enables you to access that system. That system will tell you the initial install process and the final install process as an accurate record to record that fire stopping has gone in as per the correct detail.
Yes.
So that keeps the building safe in case of a fire.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big window.
Yeah, that's a big window for the school assembly hall. So it's one of our largest windows that was craned in with the mobile crane as a complete unit. And what you're looking through there is the school assembly hall. Particularly like to point out in terms of the stonework, we have some dummy joints, but equally, as you can see, the really intricate shapes that we have to create with the stonework And on the back of this stone you can start to see how the CNC machines repeatedly cut to make the inside curvature of the stone. So the diamond bond is one set of cuts, but the curvature is made by repeating cutting in various different directions until the curvature of the stone, desired curvature, is achieved by the CNC saw.
So how do you know which stone goes where?
So each stone is labelled. It's given a specific code. So there are groups of stones, A to F, which are repeating stones, but there aren't that many repeating stones. A lot of the stones are individual, so then they have a following code after it. So this one is AF28, and that have a specific space in the model.
Do you use iPad, or is it all on paper then?
Well, from a manufacturing point of view, the software that they use, the Rhino software that they use, it designs each individual stone, and then that is taken to the CNC machine as a code, which then draws down from the Rhino model the information that it needs to form the stone. So each stone is then individually cut and labelled by the machinist, then checked, and then goes through a sandblasting process to get the desired finish. When they come to site, they are checked through our field view process, so the quality of the stone is checked, then the installation is recorded within a field view process, which goes through the bracketry, the fire stopping, and then the installation and finishing process. So the use of a tablet to identify where the stone goes from the model or from the drawing, and then they use field view to then record step-by-step installation. So we have a complete circular of information and storage of information from start to finish.
I see. Thanks, Dave.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Mind your head. Ooh, right.
Yeah, so
Oops, my head.
So this is a real wow factor for the project. It's absolutely fantastic to be involved in the roof structure. So here we have the single ply membrane and the alpha solar bars being installed by MDM. They're our roofing specialists. So effectively the roof build-up is 3 layers of insulation. We had to specify 3 layers of insulation because of the complex geometry. So the first layer is 105 and the second 2 layers are 60 mil. So by reducing the thickness of the top 2 layers, we're able to form the beautiful curves, rolling curves and free-flowing roof that you see. Once the insulation is pinned and fixed down, we then start to set out and install the Alka-Solar metal. Now the Alka-Solar metal is really important that it's in the right place, because that forms the bond that gives us the strength to hold the tiles. There's 8,000 plates to be set out and fixed within this roof. 8,000 plates.
Oh my God.
So it's a real fantastic feat. We employ 2 engineers to dedicatedly set out each individual point, and then we use the template to set the metalwork. And I have to say, it looks quite fantastic. It is amazing when you get into the curvature how many plates are actually required to support the tiles. So then the next process is to, where the plates are too close, we do a joining tape just to make sure that everything is correct. And then we thermically weld the Renalit membrane, which is an McAlpine F membrane, a reinforced membrane, to the plate. And it's that physical welding bond from the fixed plate to the membrane that provides the strength or the adhesion to support the Alka-Solar bar, which in turn supports a top hat and a tile. So if the wind starts to pull at the tile and we get suction loading on the tile, it will work its way back to the substrate through the thermically welded bond and into the substrate of the roof.
And what are the tiles made of?
So the tiles are 3mm aluminium anodized tiles. They're in a lovely analog 540 colour, which is a light sort of gold bronze colour, which will really accentuate the stone and the red and the Cumbrian sandstone as well. So they are polygonal shaped tiles, and it's interesting that again we use a very complicated software which models a net, and that net then uses an algorithm to calculate each individual tile. So each individual tile is a unique tile, and there's up to 4,000 tiles that are going to be installed on the roof.
Oh my god.
Each side of the tile, the reason I said polygonal is it's not hexagons, they're not pentagons or decadons. They're individual lengths of tiles that have to be rotated in the correct orientation to make sure that they all nestle together to give a perfect free-flowing, free-forming roof. So you ask the question of how we're going to manage setting out and locating all of those tiles. We're going to use AI, so augmented reality, AR rather. So augmented reality. So we're going to use augmented reality on a mobile phone. So we will set out a known location with a QR code. The operative will then scan that QR code and use his mobile phone to allocate the correct tile, the correct orientation and the correct setting of that tile to enable all of the other tiles to come off it correctly.
So it is a bit like if they were accompanied by a virtual engineer on site.
Yes.
Which tells them where to place their tiles.
So the beauty of the AR is it's modelled all of the plates, we've modelled the Renlet bar, the top hat and the tiles. So you can filter through the layers to identify where you are within the construction. So that enables you to identify the exact Renlet bar, the exact top hat that goes to that tile. So it's a fantastic bit of kit. It's technology that was not available 3 to 5 years ago. Also with the Rhino software and the algorithms that we use to create the surface through a polygonal shape. So really fantastic, stunning roof to be involved in. Cover the sustainability inside when we see the timber?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, amazing. And perhaps one room, like last time?
Yep.
I'd love to see that plastering again. Off my head again. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Not so easy to take care of myself with this camera, Hey, good morning.
You alright with that? Thank you. That's a good stone to look at, isn't it? You can see the curvature of the stone.
Yes.
How they cut it. We lean it over a bit. Oopsie.
Okay.
And you can see on the back there the saw marks of how they repeatedly cut it to make that curvature. So we won't disturb you anymore. I'll put that there. Is that right? Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we just went through the window, didn't we?
We did.
Right.
Yes.
All right. I see. be patient. We're going to talk about that beautiful woodwork in a minute. Where are we, Dave?
So, welcome to the New College School Assembly Hall.
Right.
I thought this would be the best place to show you the beautiful and sustainable glulam timber roof. So welcome.
Thank you. Oh my God.
It is a real wow factor to see the glulam timber roof. So, as part of the development, originally the free-form flowing roof was designed as a sprayed concrete roof. This was mocked up during the PCSA, and quickly we found both technical, architectural and sustainability challenges with the sprayed concrete roof. So working in close collaboration with New College and Barbara from the civil engineering department, we embarked on a value engineering and sustainable assessment of all of the different types of roof that could be applied to form this roof. We created a selection criteria which had buildability, sustainability, aesthetics, all as
Cost, I suspect.
Cost
yes.
as well, program, all as items on the selection criteria. Through that process, we worked with various different companies to identify that the timber roof was going to yield so many of these important factors, so cost, program and sustainability. So the glulam roof is designed and installed by Bulmer-Lehmann. It's manufactured out of sustainable timber.
Do you think it's too
Adrian,
noisy?
do you think we could just have maybe 5 minutes? Yeah, just stop.
Alex, you can stop on the 5 minutes. Stop fixing. Is bothering me from doing the metal or?
Oh, thank you guys. This is great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Just 5 minutes. So we engaged with Bulmer-Lehmann, the company that we used to install the timber roof. The timber roof is made up of glue laminated timber for the ring beams and most of the ridges, and the rafters are LVL laminated material. Again, we use a computer aided machine to cut those rafters into the curved shape and effectively slot together like a Meccano.
All right.
So it's designed for manufacturing and assembly. So designed and manufactured in Switzerland, brought to site and constructed extremely quickly. Again, we identified that the rolling ring beam was going to be a real challenge with the concrete interface. So we elected to change the walling here into a structural insulated panel. Again, that was designed and manufactured by Bulmer-Lehmann, thus reducing the interface between the concrete structure and the timber structure, making it far more easy to design and manufacture that rolling curve with the top of the SIPS panels. Again, the SIPS panels have enhanced insulation and work pretty much like a huff house, providing a greater view value for the building, reducing the heat consumption.
The need
of
for
the building.
heating, yeah.
That also brings me on to downstairs within the plant room. We have the ground source heat pump. Again, really another fantastic sustainable feature of the building. The ground source heat pump draws from the 12 boreholes that are installed into the ground. Now, particularly because we were constrained within the ground in terms of the area and space that we had to drill particularly deep. So we went 152 metres deep.
Oh my God.
Into the artesian water pressure, which had to be suspended with the Biorite suspension in the drilling water.
In the heart of Oxford. That must have
Oxford.
been challenging indeed.
It was extremely challenging to get that far down, but the result now is that we have a ground source heat pump providing sustainable energy that will heat all of the building through the underfloor heating system, and it will also provide some cooling during summer. So a fantastic sustainable feature of the building. So it really is a fantastic shape, and it went together extremely quickly. So we reckon that the programme saving was up to 10 weeks. So 10 weeks was saved off the programme by going DMFA, constructing it out of parts.
And that is a lot of time.
That is a lot of time on the project. So
Yes.
it was a really good addition, not only from a sustainability point of view, but also from a programme point of view. So yeah, we were particularly proud and very pleased of the fantastic roof, and it has received a lot of attention, deserves a lot of attention, and we're very pleased with it.
Is this all fireproof as well? So
Yes. So again, I guess one of the complications of dealing with CLC timber and glulam timber is how you fire protect it. So what you can see here is a triple boarded system that enables the timber to withstand up to 30 minutes or 1 hour fire resistance. So hence you can see all of the white board here is triple board Thermocell, which protects all of the SIPS panels and gives that a 1 hour fire resistance protection. And the ceiling will be made from 2 layers of 6mm timber and 4 layers of the Thermocell, of the multi-board. So it'd be 2 layers of timber and 4 layers of the multi-board, which provides the fire protection to the timber roof ceiling. So quite a lot of unique and bespoke detailing, fire lining, dry lining, detailing that was required to be overcome because of the unique shapes. So a lot of buildings are square and rectangular, so details are familiar for a rectangular building, but when you add the intricacies and the complications of curves and double curves, it starts to add further complexities to how you fireproof timber and how you fireproof the ceiling structure.
Yes.
But I have to say, we've overcome those challenges. What we've installed is very good quality. And is going to absolutely look stunning for the assembly hall, and is going to give a great facility and a great space to New College School.
yes.
So, if we make our way down through the building, I'd like to show you some of the finishes in the rooms and,
Yes.
and what a student room will look
Yes, with pleasure.
like. Yeah. So here we are in a typical student room. So this is where we finished first and second fix dry lining. We've plastered and we've mist coated, and we're now moving on to final decorations, flooring, furniture, and final fix. Barbara's going to, what I will show you, oh, that's not, I think, yeah, so within there, we will go down to the room, but within there is a bathroom, again using DMFMA, design for manufacturing and assembly. All of the podded bathrooms were manufactured up in Hull by Modular Systems. Again, a fantastic way to reduce trades on site, reduce deliveries and ensure a quality product is achieved. So the bathroom is fully finished with shower tray, shower door, tiles, toilet and vanity unit. It's locked up, it's packaged up, it's brought down at the point of completion of the frame, the concrete frame, and then is slid into the concrete frame into the centre of the room. The room is then built around that pod, and then the pod is scooted into position, into its final position and made good. The interesting thing is the overall logistics of this site were really very tight, very constrained, and really only on the edge of what is sort of feasible for the pod manufacture. So we manufactured 87 pods, so right on the cusp of not being economical to being economical, but equally so, the floor to ceiling height of the building posed a particular logistical challenge in terms of how do you actually scoot the unit through the building to its final place when you only have up to 100mm clearance, head clearance. So the side of the module was adapted to take a scoot, which is a furniture moving piece of equipment that clamps onto the side of the module and only has to pick up the module by 35-40mm, enabling you then to move it in all directions into that place. So really tight logistists in achieving the pod to slide it through the building. So again, another fantastic sort of ingenuity in terms of getting the pod into its position. Okay, so we head downstairs, we'll see finished products. So, particularly pleased with, this is a circular feature staircase, quite a feat in terms of the overall finish, has been immaculately done and delivered by our concrete specialist Taurine. So we're really very pleased with how the special finish has come out, how it's been delivered. It's going to be a fantastic feature staircase for New College. A feat of engineering as well. So the staircase is a precast staircase, designed and manufactured up in Scotland, and delivered and installed and fitted by Taurine. Particularly complicated as the staircase is cast on its side, on its back, and so to achieve the circular spiral and all the complex geometry off-site was a particular challenge to us, but we have delivered it really successfully, and it's going to form a stunning circular staircase for New College. So we're very pleased with how it turned out.
Maybe you can say one word about the breathable plaster,
Oh,
which I think is really
so
something.
up on the top floor, where we're forming the curved ceilings against the timber, will be a clay plaster finish. So it's quite a unique artisan product. It's built up in 3 layers. And the reason this was added to the project was to enable thermal mass to be brought back into the project. So by removing the concrete roof, which had thermal mass and provided cooling, we had to recognise that the thermodynamics of the building would change. And so by changing to timber, we got programme savings and we got sustainability, but we lost a little bit of the thermal mass. So we introduced that thermal mass back into the project to provide summertime cooling through the breathable clay plaster. It'll have an impregnated finish in it, so it won't need to be maintained or painted. Yeah, it'll be a finished product once it's skinned onto the substrate. Brilliant. Shall we carry on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it even remotely possible to take a quick look at the tower, you think, or?
Yeah, I think we probably have a bit of time, don't we? Yeah.
Depends on
20
you.
minutes, so yeah, we can go up and have a look at the tower and another 5 minutes. Okay. So while we wait, so the project is proceeding at pace now. We're coming into the final echelons of sort of finishing level by level and moving through and closing up the rooms and then going through the process of handing those over to New College. It has been an absolutely fantastic, a very collaborative working arrangement that we've had with New College. We were very pleased to receive 3 cooked breakfasts from the college, which both management and operatives really enjoy, so thank you very much indeed for those. The last, or the cooked breakfast that we're going to receive very shortly is due to a fantastic 45 out of 45 for the Considerate Constructor scores, which I'm personally very pleased and proud that the project has been awarded that for all the hard work that we've done. So we did a cycle safety day last summer, engaging with the local community for.
And you had the schoolboys as well.
We also had the building competition with the New College School, which was fun, and the students really enjoyed building and testing their towers to support weight. So we really like to engage with the local community, the local school. So it's been fantastic that we've had the support of New College in doing that. Here's Sunan, so you could open up the room for us. We've been in before. Is it correct then? I think you're probably clean enough on that.
Do you think my shoes are clean?
Should be fine, we can get cleaned off.
Yeah, okay. All right, there is cardboard. I can stand on this, yes. Thank you.
Are we able to get lights on there? Is it all right? Is that okay?
Light is okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
even better.
Even better. So welcome to our benchmark room. So part of proving the quality of the final product, we've pulled forward one of the rooms to enable a benchmark room to be studied by New College. And through that process, we've enabled certain tweaks and developments in the furniture, the notice board, and the painting colour. So that's enabled us to deliver greater customer satisfaction by doing this, as well as giving our overall quality benchmark standard. So if you remember when we talked upstairs where we were going into a pod, this is designed for manufacture and assembly up in Hull by Modular Systems. The pod is completely manufactured, tested, and then delivered to site. And so now you can see the ultimate finished product. The furniture, there will be a double bed here. On the bedside table will be sockets and a light switch for the student to use. So it's laid out really nicely for a student to enjoy. Lots of space, lots of hanging space in the wardrobe, a fridge to keep a produce cool, and lots of desk space for the computers, printers, and working space for the college student. So ultimately they'll have a really lovely aspect out into the main quad, where there'll be landscaping delivered to give a really nice environment to the student study.
Also breathable plaster here.
So what we have here again is all about thermal mass, thermal cooling. So the sustainability of the building again shines through in terms of the actual finished product. So up here the thermal mass is provided by finished concrete. This is just yet to be painted with a kind paint to give it a very consistent finish. This provides summertime cooling and thermal mass to the room. So when you look at this room, there is natural ventilation, so no mechanical ventilation, natural cooling through the thermal mass, and our heating, if we go back to the ground source heat pump, is all sustainable heating through the underfloor heating.
And the clay plaster, which also regulates hygrometry of...
Yes. So all the natural ventilation is provided by the open all lights and the trickle vents in the windows, and the only mechanical ventilation is in the toilet for regs purposes.
Yes.
So a really good sustainable building in terms of your heating, your ventilation is all non-mechanical, pretty much in keeping with the Huff House regime. Okay. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We want to go into the basement next.
I'm following you, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunan.
Wherever you
If
go.
you can lock this up, I will take our glues off. Walk round. So you can see the tight constraints of the site. So logistically, the project had to be very carefully planned. We established 2 tower cranes to provide our lifting for main quad and for new war room, and a single goods hoist for hoisting the materials into the basement. But we only have one way in and one way out, so very tight constrained site. which has been challenging throughout in terms of the number of materials you can have on site versus the storage areas that are available to you versus the amount of double handling that you would need to do, and hence the 2 tower cranes that we employ to deliver the project.
Mm-hmm.
So the interesting variation of New Warham Tower is the ribbons of sandstone that rise up through the Ancaster limestone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a striking difference to accentuate the height and the slenderness of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the unveiling, when we unveil the tower, is going to be absolutely fantastic, because you'll see a very it's a trefoil shaped tower, so it's a unique shape. The trefoil enables one leaf to have the staircase, the other leaf to have a lift, and this is the only tower in Oxford to have a lift, a facility of a lift, and the other leaf is the meeting room. And depending on how you look at the tower, you'll get various different aspects, from being quite slender to being a little bit broader, and it's also accentuated by the ribbons. As they go up the building, they get slightly narrower, so hence trying to create a taller aspect to the tower than it actually is. It's a really nice view when you look up the well. You can see the complex shape that had to be formed. So this, unlike the circular stair, which is a precast stair, this is an in situ stair, created in situ because of the complex geometry that needed to be achieved. And again, unfortunately it's covered up and protected at the moment, but when it is exactly the same as the circular stair in the main building. So again, really pleased with the quality, fantastic quality. We might be able to see some of the special finish concrete upstairs. So we'll head up. So again, in New Warham. So again, in New Warham House, we have a similar roof construction to main quad. So we have the LVL rafters being supported by the blue lamb beams. So here you can get really up close and personal to the unique timber structure. So again, cut with a CNC saw, and then bent again under pressure and steam where required. You can start to see some of the extensive fireproofing that we need to do. So there's a set of noggins that go in, and then there's triple boards, so you can start to see the triple layers of boards that are required to fireproof the beam that supports the fire wall. So yeah, fantastic. I think it's going to be a really unique space up here.
Where are we, Dave?
Students. So this is New Warham Tower, 3rd floor combination. So this is a kitchen. There are 3 rooms up here that will be ensuite student rooms for the class. So quite unique.
around it.
Let's go back. Squeeze out around. Squeeze out around. Film a little bit of this because I think this is fantastic. So, Grants of Shoreditch doing the stonework has done an absolutely fantastic job in terms of forming the stonework. So when you look at one of the most striking features will be the lines of the tower, so the ribbons of the sandstone, but also of these false joints through here. And when you look down, absolutely meticulously placed stonework to give you a really beautiful crisp line. We also have a real fantastic finish to the curvature of the tower as well.
That's one branch of the trefoil.
Yeah, one branch
right?
of the trefoil. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So really fantastic. Once it's cleaned up and it's mastic, it'll look even better.
A rainy day is more realistic.
More realistic. So welcome to the bird's eye view of Main Quad. So the temporary roof is protecting us to ensure the quality of the roofing, to protect the insulation as we install it, and also to maintain our programme with the wet weather and the windy weather that we get. But it also gives you a beautiful view over the science area, Headington Hill, the Natural History Museum, Exeter College, the Radcliffe Camera, St Mary's, and the Sheldonian Theatre. So the windows, the aspects of the windows of the top 2 or 3 rooms of the tower will have this aspect view of St Mary's, Radcliffe Camera, All Souls, and the Sheldonian. So really beautiful views, and the top floor has pretty much sort of panoramic views of Oxford. So really fantastic stuff.
And the top of the tower looks like a pencil, roughly.
Yeah. So,
Definitely not flat.
definitely not that. So that gives you a good aspect of the complex geometry of the tower, the trefoil position of the tower.
Yes.
So again, the stonework will come up to a rather large coping. There'll be the 3 unique gargoyles that will be on the tower.
Yes.
So the gargoyles are based on animals now.
Mm-hmm.
There's an animal feature to each of the gargoyles, and we're really looking forward to receiving them on site. Fergus, the carver, has done a fantastic job, and we're excited to be able to bring them to site and adorn the building very, very shortly. So it will be good to see that done.
Yes.
Completed. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of Sir McAlpine Gradel Quadrangles site. We have really enjoyed delivering a fantastic project for New College, and we hope the new facilities bring much enjoyment and study to both the college and the school. We're really excited to look forward to offering this back to you in September for your new term.
Thank you very much, Dave.